It's kind request to all the participants. Please switch off your sound and audio also. Okay. Whenever you want to ask the question after the session, your audio will unmute. Okay.
Total, we have 461 participants has registered today.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Now, I think we will start the session. I request our host, Dr. Parag Karolkar sir, to host the session. Thank you very much.
Yes, now we'll start. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, shall we start?
Yes, sir, please.
Shama sir, shall we start?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay. Very good morning to all. Today is the last day of this national webinar. This session is jointly organized by Mahatma Knight Degree College and Konkan Knightpid Uran College of Commerce and Arts. So first of all, as an IQSC coordinator, it's my pleasure to welcome our Honorable Principal K. Sharma sir, Konkan Knightpid Uran College of Commerce and Arts, Honorable Principal Dr. Padmarangan Madam, Mahatma Knight Degree College, Principal of Mahatma Degree Knight College. Today's resource person, Dr. Pramod Thakur, then HOD Commerce Department of Mahatma Degree College, Dr. Lata Madam, and Professor V.S. Indulkar sir from Konkan Knightpid Uran College, Dr. Etnath Dharekar, IQSC Coordinator of Mahatma Degree College. All the teaching and administrative staff of both colleges. I am very much happy to inform you that more than 400 plus participants are registered for this session. Because the topic Indian patent system is very much important in this global context. IPR is nothing but to enjoy intellectual rights and also to do respect of talent, innovation, and intellectuality of person. I think today's resource person will definitely enlighten and guide us on this topic. So better I speak more and give maximum time. I will like to give maximum time to our resource person, Dr. Pramod Thakur. Now I request you to Honorable Principal Dr. Padma Madam to say few words on this occasion. Thank you and welcome to all. Padma Madam, please.
Thank
Dr. Padma
you,
Madam. Yeah.
Parag sir, Honorable Principal, Principal Sharma sir, Coordinator of Konkan Gyanpith Uran College, Parag sir, esteemed team members of Mahatma Knight Degree College, Lata Madam, as well as our IQSC Coordinator, Dr. Etnath Dharekar,
Oh.
and of course, last but not the least, today's most important person and resource person, Dr. Pramod Bhagwan Thakur. Sir is coming from the Department of Chemistry, Mahatma Phule Art Science and College, Panvel. I welcome you, sir, to share all your well words of guidance and all your enrichment in this very, I would say, specialized area. Normally, the patent area is not well known to all the people, and it's being highly technical. There are certain important steps and stages which we all must know if we want to take the benefit as well as the protect. Now, what is basically a patent is a protection. It's a protection to an inventor from others, not to use and exploit it commercially without him getting his right dues. Right. So, as far as the Patent Act, I mean, in India, it has been existing right from the British times. I think right from 1856. Then there was a law in 1911. And as we know today in India, we are going by the 1970 Indian Patent Act, 1970, 72. But what for 24 or 25 years, I think there was not much in this area. But after, I think, when India joined the globalization era, and then we agreed to abide by the provisions of the Patent Act, Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh's time. I think after that, when lot of the GATT provisions were incorporated in the Indian law system, like the IPR Act, and then we had the customs, excise, and all these were included. Then things became more clear, and Indian industries, Indian inventors could get some more protection in international courts as well, I think, to protect themselves And I think there was landmark judgment was there in 2005 between Roche and Cipla, which I think set the standards for the post 2005 amendments which were made. And in 2005, I think the latest amendments were made. Now this is a journey. So this is technical, and why we have called today Pramod sir is he is going to guide us as teachers, because we have to be very protective about our intellectual property, an intangible asset which can be exploited. And it should not be exploited to go against mankind. And of course, ultimately, the person who is the inventor should get his rightful dues. So today, Dr. Pramod Thakur sir, we invite you, an eminent
Thank you.
person in the area, to answer several questions in this area. And I, with these words, I hand back the mic to Dr. Parag Karulkar, who will just take the proceedings. Thank you, sir.
Yes, madam. Now I request to Dr. Lata Krishnan, madam, HOD of Mahatma Degree Night College, please introduce our today's guest, Dr. Pramod Thakur, sir. Please, ma'am. Dr.
Thank you,
Lata.
Parag sir.
Yes.
It's a bright, beautiful morning, and I'm very happy. And I want to thank our principal, Dr. Padma Rangan, principal of Mahatma Knight Degree College of Arts and Commerce, and Principal K. Sharma, principal of Uran College of Commerce and Arts. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I'm extremely happy to introduce the resource person of day 6 of the Mahatma Knight Degree College National Level Webinar on Indian Patent System. Important technical details. Today, it is the last day of our 6-day webinar. This is a national level webinar, and our theme is stay home, stay safe, and stay updated. I commend our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Eknath Zarekar, for all the efforts that he has put in. And we've had a 6-day long journey, and we have indeed, sir, been sufficiently updated. Thank you. Our resource person is Assistant Professor Dr. Pramod Bhagwan Thakur from the Department of Chemistry, Right Shikshan Sansthan's Mahatma Phule Arts, Science and Commerce College, Panvel. Rich in research experience, it is amazing to see how Dr. Pramod Bhagwan Thakur has gathered 10 years of research experience, 7 years and 4 months of teaching experience. He has published 5 patents, filed 1 patent, published 24 research papers in well-reputed international journals, presented 19 research papers in international and national conferences, attended 29 international national conferences and workshops. Awards. Dr. Pramod Bhagwan Thakur has 2 research fellowship awards, 2 Avishkar Research Convention gold medals under teacher category, 20 awards in national, state, district, and institute level events. Life member of Association of Chemistry Teachers, appointed as a coordinator of Raigad district for Avishkar Research Convention. An accomplished person indeed. Thank you for accepting our invitation, sir. We welcome you for the session.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lata Krishnan, ma'am. Now I request our honorable resource person, Dr. Pramod, please take the charge of this session, today's session. Please, Dr. Pramod.
Yes, sir. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning. Good morning.
I am audible properly?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I welcome all the
Sir,
participants
your
for this.
video, your face we cannot see.
Yes, please, Pramod, sir, Dr. Pramod.
So we are going to start the webinar on Indian patent system, important technical details. So this webinar consists of 2 important topics. Half is the Indian patent system. So that will be like introduction to the Indian patent system. And the next is very important, that is important technical details. Okay, so this webinar of this today's session have 2 topics. So this will be the content of today's talk. So in the Indian patent system, I'm going to cover general information of IPR, criteria for patentability, types of patents, procedure for filing patents, required forms for filing a patent, a fee for filing patents, patent prosecution and timeline. So these all points are coming under Indian patent system. And the last point is the important technical details of drafting of Indian patent. So nowadays the IPR and patent is a buzzword. Everybody is talking about IPR. I have attended 3-4 webinars in this on the same topic, because everybody want to learn about IPR, everybody want to learn about patent. The reason is what? It is related to the money.
Eknath sir.
So I am not going to talk monetary part about Indian patent system and history of the Indian patent system. I will directly come to the main point related to the technical details of the patent, and then I assure you that after the end of this lecture you will have enough knowledge about how to write a patent, how to draft a patent file, and how to register your patent. So I assure you that after this lecture you will have enough knowledge about this thing. Okay, so we're going to start the session. So basically the IPR, which is stand for intellectual property right, consists two main parts: industrial property and copyright. In the industrial property, patent, design and trademarks. Okay, so basically from a person science or engineering background lies in this section, and copyright is actually for the peoples who are from the humanity science, who are artists. Okay. So basically what we are going to focus in this lecture is a patent, which is one of part of the intellectual property right. We will slightly touch to the other part as a part of this lecture, but main focus will be on the Indian patent system. So what are the areas of IPR? First is a patent. Patent is given for a product or process invention. It is exclusive monopoly right granted to inventor for his invention. Then next part of IPR is the industrial design. It is for external feature appealing to an eye. New shape, pattern, ornaments, configuration, etc. Composition of colors or lines or combination thereof as applied on an eye. Next part is a trademark. For visual symbol as a word, name, logo, label, combination of color, etc. So there are basically different areas of IPR. In the areas of IPR, patent, industrial design, trademark, copyright, and geographic indications. As I discussed earlier, this copyright is for artistic creation. It is a proprietary right, and it comes into existence as soon as the work is created. For patent, it takes some time. It requires some examination procedure. But for copyright, it comes in existence as soon as it is created. And geographical indication, this identify agriculture, natural or manufacturer good. Okay, we have many examples of this geographical indication, particular food product, particular material, particular cloth, which is coming from only particular area, that can be protected as a geographical indicator. Okay. So here we are actually starting the information about patent. The patent system is introduced by British government by Act of 6 in 1856. So now we are talking about the patents and all these things, but it is available in our country since long back. The Patent and Design Act actually come in existence in 1911, and it was first time with the term of 14 years. Okay, now it is available for 20 years, but initially it was given for only 14 years. Okay. The Patent Act 1970 come into force on 12th April 1972 and was amended in 1999, 2002, 2005 under obligation of TRIPS. Okay, so product patent allow in all fields since 2005. See what happened in patent system, mostly there are process patent and product patent. So in India, more than 95 patents are the process patent. Okay, what is process patent? Process patent means the development of a process for already existing material. So a new process will have improvement as compared to the previous process. Okay. So most of the patent, I can say 95% patent which are filed in India are the process patent. So these are the different IPR related acts. So the first Indian
Just a
Patent
minute,
Act come
Dr.
in
Pramod.
exist. Yes.
Please, we cannot see your face. So please make the arrangement. We see
Just
only
wait,
your
sir.
slides. All participants can see your slides, but cannot see your face. I think
I will just check.
slide is going on, no problem, but face,
Okay.
your camera is off.
No, camera, I can see your face.
But
My camera is on and I can see here.
no, but you are not visible. You are not visible. Slide is going on properly. There is no problem in slide.
Okay.
Only video. Just see. Dr. Eknath there?
I can see Pramod sir's face. Can I just check with the participants also?
No participants because they are asking.
Okay. Pramod sir, can we just?
But really it is need to show my face.
Eknath sir?
No problem.
No problem.
Okay,
I don't know, miss, technically what is happening because
Okay.
madam can see and other cannot see, miss. There is no problem from my side.
Even madam cannot see. Okay, no problem. Continue. Okay.
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 Okay,
Sir,
sorry.
please, sorry.
It's okay, no problem.
Sorry.
Okay, so these are the various acts which are related to the IPR. First was come in existence in 1970. Then in that there are many amendments took place 1999, 2002, and 2005. Okay, in addition to that, due to the specific needs of specific sections like marine material, biological material, there come in a new act. Okay, so this Budapest Treasury on the international recognition of the deposit of microorganisms for the purpose of patent procedure come in exist in 1977. But India come in December 17, 2001. Because whatever exists in nature that we cannot patent. So microorganisms are considered as a natural thing. So they cannot be patented, but their use can be patented because of this new law. Okay, then there comes in existence Paris Convention in 1883, but India became member in 1990. So what is the use of this Paris Convention? That one can file a single application in all the countries at a time. So how many countries which are the member of this PCT, they can have the facility of this type of application in all countries in single application. These are the silent feature of the current patent law. Both product and process patent are provided. See what is the advantage of this process patent now we have taken in this current situation of this COVID-19. The drug which is used for not we can say treatment, but which is only allowed to the doctors, that hydroxychloroquine. Okay, that hydroxychloroquine production in India is we can do only because of this process patent. We don't have the patent on the molecule, but we have the patent on the process. Because of that, we can do the production, and we are able to give this drug to whole world. So the term is now for 20 years. Both pre-grant and post-grant apposition can be done. Fast track mechanism for disposal of appeal. This is very important fact that provision for protection of biodiversity and traditional knowledge. Okay. Everybody is aware about the conspiracy or the history of the patent of turmeric. Okay. So now the traditional knowledge is can be protected under Patent Act. Our most of the traditional things like neem, turmeric can be patented from Indian because it is already present in our many traditional books. Publication of application after 18 months with facility for early publication. This is a silent feature of the Indian Patent Act. Sustainably reduced timeline. Okay. Previously, it was taking a long time, nearly 10 years to grant a patent. Now this timeline has reduced very shortly to a year or 2 years. So what patent means it stop other from making, using, selling your invention. This is what the silent feature of the Patent Act. So anything on which you have granted the patent means you have that monopoly or you have that right to make, use and sell your invention, and it stop others to make the product using your technology and selling them in the market. So this is the best thing about the Indian Patent Act. Okay. These are the IPR laws which are governed by DIPP. DIPP stands for Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. Okay. So under this, there are many things related to the IPRs are come. So various departments which are handling the different aspects of the IPR, like geographical indicator, design, trademarks, and patent. These are the other ministries of the government for the IPR. So generally the Minister of HRD handling the Copyright Act. Department of IT is handling the Semiconductor Integrated Circuit Layout Design Act. Department of Agriculture and Cooperation handling the protection of plant varieties and Farmer Right Act. Then this Minister of Company Affairs is handling the Competition Act. So in India, these type of ministries are formed to control or to cover the IPR laws. Okay. So this is an overview of Indian Patent Office. Indian Office having controller general, under which there is a junior controller, deputy controller, assistant controller, and under there are examiners. Okay, so examiners are evaluating your patent file. They are looking for the technical details, literature review, and your patent file will be forwarded. So in patent office, you will go. Then first you will meet to the examiner. Okay, who is accepting your file? Okay, these are the overview of Indian Patent Office. So Indian Patent Office come under the Controller General of Patents, Design and Trademarks. So there are different institutions under this Patent Office. First is Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Intellectual Property and Management, which is placed at Nagpur. Actually, every year there is a recruitment of patent examiners and patent officers. Okay, so the newly selected patent officer and patent examiners are trained at the Nagpur in this institute. Okay, there are different patent offices which are at Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, and Mumbai. Then design office is only at Kolkata. Trademark registry is done at Mumbai. Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, and Ahmedabad. And geographical indication registry is done at Chennai. So patent, design, trademark, GI, all these are the different types of IPR done at different places. So if you have to file any of these four office. If you want to register your design, you have to register only at Kolkata office. If you have to register your trademark, you have to register only Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, or Ahmedabad office. If you have to register for GI, you have to go to the Chennai office and you have to register there. Okay. So these are the four patent office, which is located in four different places of the India: Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata, and Mumbai. So it is very important to know that the patent office and territorial jurisdiction, because in the place or in the state you belong, you have to file a patent in only a concerned patent office. Okay, so suppose you are belong to Maharashtra, then you have to go and you have to file the patent only in Mumbai office. You cannot file a patent in Chennai office or cannot file patent in New Delhi office. Okay, so for different states of India, there are different four patent office. Okay, so according to your territorial area, you have to go to only concerned patent office to file the patent. This is included in Indian Patent Act that if you belong to a particular region, you have to file patent only in the particular office located in the particular jurisdiction. So next we will see the criteria for patentability, means what we can patent, what we cannot patent, and what are the criteria for patent. Okay. So what can be patented? First, you must know all process or product which are new, having novelty, involving inventive step, and capable of industrial application. See, something you have invented, which you are thinking is new thing, which is having inventive or new step as per the existing method, and which can be applied in industry, which can be manufactured, and which can be available to use to the public. That kind of technology and that kind of product which can be patented. So three are the important thing: new, involving inventive step, and capable of industrial application. Invention, inventive step, capable of industrial application. So what is invention means? The definition of invention is itself given in an Indian Patent Act. In accordance with the provision of Section 21J of the Indian Patent Act 1970, an invention means a new product or process involving an inventive step and capable of industrial application. Invention cannot be published or used in India or elsewhere in prior public knowledge or prior public use within India or elsewhere in India. See, because of this second point, we are able to protect our turmeric, because turmeric was known in prior public knowledge since our ancient years. So because of this point, we are able to save our traditional things. Claim in any specification filed in India prior and published letter. So this claim is the heart of your patent. So something which is already claimed by someone, you cannot claim it as your invention. So this is what the invention should not be. As per section 21JA, inventive step means a feature of an invention that involve technical advancement as compared to the existing knowledge, or having economic significance, or both. Inventive state means what? There is a modification in the already existed state. This modification in the basis of technical advancement or the modification in the terms of knowledge or economic significance. So if your method is having any one of these things, advancement in knowledge or advancement in economic significance, that will be considered as an inventive step. Industrial applicability, as per section 21J, capable of industrial application means the invention is capable of being made or used in an industry. Means what? Anything you are claiming as a new thing means that thing should be applied in industry for production, and the product should be used by the people. That is known as an industrial application. What cannot be patented? So it is also important to know that what cannot be patented or what are the non-patentable inventions. Discovery of scientific principle, formulation of abstract theory, living thing occurring in nature. This is very important. Anything living thing which is occurring in the nature cannot be patented. Non-living thing occurring in nature, new property, mere new use of new substance, process, machine, apparatus. Means the machine is already known, just their new use is discovered, then that cannot be patented. New form of a known substance. Means a particular medicine, suppose come in a tablet, the same medicine if you prepare in syrup, then that cannot be patentable because it is a known substance. It's only the form is different. A mere chemical mixture and process resulting mere mixtures. Arrangement, rearrangement, or duplication of a known device. Method of agriculture, method of horticulture, method of treatment and diagnosis of human, animals, and plants. All these things cannot be patented. In addition to this, the plant and animal in whole, parts of plant and animal, seeds, varieties, species, essential biological process for propagation or production of the animal and plant, and defense-related invention cannot be patented. In defense-related invention, the specific invention relating to the atomic energy are non-patentable. So invention relating to extraction, preparation, beneficiation of ore relating to substance, compounds useful to produce atomic energy, all these are non-patentable inventions. List of prescribed substances are uranium, thorium, radium, all these substances which are related to the atomic energy. The process related to these items or process related to these elements cannot be patented. So non-patentable can be protected by some other methods. Okay, so here which are given, that method of performing mental act, scheme or rule of performing mental act, aggregation or duplication of traditionally known compound, traditional knowledge, topography of integrated circuit, presentation of information, method of playing games. All these things are non-patentable things. Okay, but the things which are non-patentable can be protected by copyright. So here are some examples what we can protect by copyright: business method, computer software, cinematographic work, algorithms, literary work, artistic work, musical work, dramatic work, TV production, mathematical methods. All these things are not patentable, but they can be protected by copyright. So here we are going to see some types of patent application in short. So there are generally 5 different types of patent application: ordinary application, convention application. PCT is an international and national phase application, divisional application, and patents of addition. Okay. So the first is ordinary application. First application by an applicant, usually in his own country. Patent rights are territorial, means Indian patent filed by Indian from India. Then second type is a convention patent. In this application, three principal provisions under convention applications are given, which are national treatment, independence of patents, and right of priority. This third type is very important, PCT. PCT is a patent cooperation treaty. It is formed in 1978, but India became member in 1998. What is advantage of this PCT application? PCT makes possible to simultaneously patent protection for an invention in the PCT contracting countries. By filing a single international application instead of filing regional or national patent application separately. Means what? If you want to file the PCT application, your application will go to the all countries which are member of PCT at a time. So nowadays nearly more than 150 countries are the member of this PCT. Okay, so if you file the application under this PCT, your application will go simultaneously to all these 150 countries. So there is no need to send a separate application to seek the patent in different countries. That is the main advantage of this PCT type application. But PCT system is only a patent filing system. A decision on granting patent is taken by the national patent officer during the national phase. So when your application reaches to the individual country, that country will decide whether patent will be granted or not. So it is not like that if you file the PCT application, it will be granted in all the countries. It is only the platform to reach to or send your application to all these countries at a time. But decision will be taken by this individual country. Again, the filing procedure and fee will be a particular country. Okay, only the filing date in the international filing date in all such countries will be the same. And you can file the application in different countries, different language, given like Arabic, English, French, German, Japanese, Korean, etc. So this PCT give you your platform. So you can send your application in countries at a time. Then fourth type of this patent application is a regional application. So it is just like one invention, one application. The claim or claims of complete specification of the single invention or to a group of invention linked so as to form a single inventive concept. Means what? Two different patents have the similar claims, then that can be combined as a divisional patent because it forms a single inventive concept. Then the fifth is a patent of addition. Okay, so it is not actually the type, but if there is already you file a patent and you want to add or you want to modify your invention, you can file addition of patent. Okay. The patent addition will become an independent patent for remainder of the term of the patent for the main invention. So basically, hello. Basically, there are these 5 types of patents.
Hello, your voice is disconnected. Hello. Hello, Dr. Pramod, your voice is not connected. Hello.
A voice, unmute your voice.
Hello, Dr. Pramod. Hello, Dr. Pramod. I think internet problem is there. Hello.
So, Parag sir, can you talk to him on the phone then? And
Yeah. 1 minute, 1 minute.
हॅलो, आवाज येतोय?
हा आला आता.
आता आला sir.
जरा
आवाज येतोय
इंटरनेट
ना?
प्रॉब्लेम हो.
आता आला sir. आता ठीक आहे. You're connected back.
हा, आवाज येतोय?
हो येस.
ओके. दिसते का स्क्रीन?
हो दिसते.
दिसते ना?
होय.
ओके, ठीक आहे. मी
कंटिन्यू.
कंटिन्यू करतो मग. फोनवरून लॅपटॉपचा प्रॉब्लेम झालाय.
ठीक आहे. Continue.
पराग सर,
हा बोला.
5 नंबरची स्लाइड दिसते, पेटंट ऑफ ऍडिशन.
येस
sir.
दिसते
Yes.
सर. बोला काल चालू करा सर.
हा, ओके. ठीक आहे. So these are the 5 types of patent we have just discussed. Next to it is a filing of patent application. Okay. So in the filing of patent application, how to file a patent application? It can be done through different types. You can file the patent through online, that is known as the e-filing, on a website provided by Government of India, www.ipindia.online.gov.in/online. You can file a patent through post also, and you can be submitted by hand at a regional office. Okay, so most of the people prefer to go at a regional office and file the patent by hand. Okay. Who can file patent application? This is also very important to know. Either alone or jointly. Any person claiming to be true or first inventor, by any person being assigned of the person claiming to be true or first inventor, by legal representative of any deceased person who can immediately before his death is entitled to make such application. Okay, so anyone can be file a patent who is actual the person claiming as an inventor. He can assign someone to file his patent, or he can assign a legal representative. Okay, so what are the patent specification? It can be a complete specification or provisional specification. So this part we can discuss in the second session. So complete specification include a fully and particularly describe the invention in detail, which include title of invention, field of invention, background of invention, advantages of the invention, object of invention, statement of invention, detailed description with drawing, claims and abstract. So here claims is highlighted because this is only the difference between complete and provisional specification. Okay, so there is no claim in provisional specification. Okay, and when provisional specification is filed, when there is an urgency, means someone have to submit the thesis, inventor have to leave the company, there is accidental disclosure, or there are many competitor. At that time, you can first file the provisional specification without mentioning your claim. Later, you can add the claim. So what are your advantages of filing the provisional specification? It is a document describing the description of essential feature of the invention. So no need to include claim. Okay, what you get the benefit of this provisional specification? You get priority for that invention. No risk of losing priority, liberty to develop, disclose to interested person to obtain financial support, utilize for exploring commercial feasibility, visually extend the term. So basically, when you file a provisional patent, you are free to open your invention because now it is protected. So if you require any funds to develop that patent, you can keep your idea to someone who can able to give you financial support. So depending on your ideas, someone can finance you. Again, you are protected here by a provisional patent. So you are safe here at this stage, and here basically you are extending your term. Okay. So these are the important forms which are required for filing the patent. So we will discuss this in the next session of the important technical details. These forms are required to file a patent application. Okay, so fees for filing a patent, a fee shall be paid along with the document within the prescribed time. This is very important. The document shall be deemed not to have been filed if the fee has not been paid within such time. Not ordinary fee refunded. Means basically your fee is non-refundable. In any case, your fee is not refunded. Okay. Basically, how you have to pay the fee. There are broad categories for physical filing and for e-filing. Physical filing means you are going yourself and filing the patent at regional office, that is physical filing, and for e-filing on this website, there is a 10% concession of fee on e-filing of the patent. Okay, so how you can classify the fees? Fee structure further classified into for normal person, for person other than natural person. Now see what is natural person and other than natural person. A person who is a researcher working in college or a research institute is considered as a natural person. Okay. And other than natural person is the person which is running the industry. So whether it can be small industry or other than small industry. Okay. So this is actually the fee chart. So if person is belong to the natural person, he will have different fee structure for a person who is other than natural person. Okay, so here it is described in detail that you are a normal person, okay, who is doing research and who want to file a patent, which will be considered as a natural person. Okay, so this natural person can file a patent application within 600 rupees. Okay, so there is no need of any additional cost. Minimum 600 rupees. In addition to some taxes, it will go to the 1700. So within 1700 rupees, you can file your patent application in any patent office. So this patent application will have application of grant of patent and early publication fees. It is optional 2500. Request for examination of patent optional, it is 4000 rupees. Extra pages, if your patent application is more less than 30 pages, there is no any extra fee. If this is more than 30 pages, then you have to pay 160 rupees per sheet. If your claims, I will discuss about the claim in next session. If your claims are less than 10, there is no extra fees. Within 700, you can file a patent. But if your claims are more than 10, you have to pay for each extra claim 320 rupees. Okay, and these fee are different for small entity and other than small entity. Okay. So these are the Indian patent prosecution. Once you file the patent, it have different timelines. It can go to the different phases and then it will come to the publication. So if you file a patent application after 18 months, it will go to the publication in patent journal. You can file an application for early publication also. Okay, so once it come in a journal, the opposition can be filed an application that is called a pre-grant opposition. If someone is working in a same field, then file a opposition application. So after 18 months, that can be possible. Then you can file a request for examination. Once the examination will be done, the patent officer can be grant you patent or refuse your patent. Okay. So once publication of patent is granted, then again after granting the patent, there can be a opposition to this patent. That is called a post-grant opposition. Again, there will be hearing on this post-grant opposition, and after successful passing this hearing, a decision will be given by the controller, and you can give a patent for 20 years. Okay. So this is the same which we have explained now, the timeline for Indian patent prosecution. So now we are going to move the very important part of this lecture, that is drafting of Indian patent, important technical details. Okay, I would like to request to all the participants to focus on this topic, because after listening this topic, you are going to able to draft your patent file, and you can going to able to file your patent. Because in this session I am going to tell you what type of forms are required and what are the minimum things you should do to file your patent. Okay, so this session is going to be very informative. The first, I'm going to explain the required forms for filing the patent. Suppose you want to file a patent, there are different forms which is present on the website of ipindia.com. Okay, so on that website, there are different forms. From that form, these 4 forms are essential forms that you must fill to file your patent. So form number 1 is your application form. Form number 3 is a statement and undertaking form. Form number 5 is a declaration form, and form number 2 is a provisional for complete specification form. Okay, so this form should be in this sequence only: form number 1, 3, 5, and 2. Okay, so in this sequence you have to attach all the forms and you have to give the application to the examiner in patent office. Then your application will be accepted and it will be further proceed. Okay, so I'm going to discuss each of this form, how to fill this form, how to write, what to write in each of the forms. Okay, these 4 form only required to file your patent. In along with this form, there are some additional forms that are optional, but these 4 forms are compulsory. Okay, so this is the overview of the first form number A. Form number 1, which is the application form. Okay, this is the same form which is given on a website of IP India. So this form number 1, here we will see the first point, applicant. So here we have to write the name of applicant. Applicant means if you are the applicant who is filing the patent, then your name should be here. Okay, your nationality, your address should be there. In a second point, inventor. Now inventor can be one or more than one. So all the inventor name can be write down here. So name, nationality, and address. So inventor can be any person who is associated with that patent application. Okay, so in case of a PhD student, applicant can be a guide, and inventor can be a student who is working in this work. Okay, then third point is a title of invention. So you have to write your title here. Detail about how to write title we will discuss further. Then fourth is a address for correspondent of applicant authorized patent agent in India. Okay, so all these format will become in Microsoft Word file. You have to just fill it, you have to type it, and you have to complete this detail. So all this detail you have to fill in form number 1, like applicant, inventor, title of invention. If you are using a patent agent, then you have to write the detail of the patent agent. Priority particular of the applicant filled in convention country. Okay, so if you are applying for that international application, you have to write down here detail of that application. Point number 6 is particular for filing patent PCT national phase. Okay, so if you are filing this PCT application where you can send your application in all the countries, then you have to write down detail here. 9 is a declaration, and you have to write down the signature of the applicant here. Okay, so this form number 1, which is known as a application form, is contain all these details. So just we have to write down the date here in the blank space in this declaration form. On the 10 point, again we have to write down just the amount in rupees. If you are giving check, then detail of check and date. Okay, that's all you have to write down. This is just a form number 1. So form number 1 is the application form. In this you have to write down this detail. This will be available in Microsoft Word file. You have to just write down your detail, and this rupees and date you can write down by hand at the time of giving file to the patent office. Okay, the second form which is important in filing the patent application is a form number 3, statement and undertaking form. Okay, so this form does not need anything, just you have to write down your signature on this, and this give the undertaking form. So this form is very easy to file. Form number 3, statement and undertaking form, make a signature and date and give it to you. Form number 5 is the declaration form. So this declaration form contain few details like name of applicants, name of inventors, address. Then declaration to be given when the application in the India is filed by applicants in the convention country. Okay. So this also contain very few details like your name, inventor name, address, and signature. Okay. The main part of your patent application is a form number 2, which is known as a provisional or complete specification. Okay. So I have discussed that what is difference between provisional and complete specification. Provisional specification and complete specification differ only the claims. So complete specification contain everything along with the claims. Provisional specification contain everything without the claim. Okay. So this provisional application is filed when there is a urgency. Okay. So this actually, this form number 2 is nothing but your complete detail. Like you are writing your research paper. In the research paper you are writing everything: introduction, your method, your literature survey, you are putting data in tabular format, you are keeping diagrams, you are giving discussions, you are giving conclusions. So all this type of information will come in this form number 2, which is known as the provisional or complete specification. Okay, so one by one we will see all this detail of the form number 2. Okay, first is the title of invention. You have to write down title. Okay, then second is the applicant's name, address, and nationality. 3 is a preamble to the description, means we have to confirm whether your application is a provisional or complete at the time of submission. Then fourth is the description. Here we have to write down the detail of your invention. Then fifth is the claims. So claims should be right in case of complete specification. In case of provisional application, there is no right to claim, no need to write a claim. 6 is date and signature, and 7 is the abstract of the invention. Okay, so this form number 2 is actually only one page form, but when you write the patent, it can become 20 pages, 30 pages, because in the description section, point number 4, you have to write complete information like your research paper. Okay, so I'm going to discuss each of these 7 points in detail one by one. That is called the technical details or important technical details of patent. Okay, so I'm going to discuss you each of these points. So first, the title of the invention. Okay, so title of the invention is the main art of invention. It should be precise, meaningful, and very important to know that there is only a 15-word limit to write your title. So when you're writing the patent, keep in mind your title should be within 15 words. Second is an applicant. So in the case of applicant, you have to write down the name, nationality, and address of the applicant. Third is a preamble to the description. In the preamble to the description, you have to mention whether your application is a complete or provisional application. In a description section, now I will explain that the description section is actually technical details of your patent. So it will include all the details like introduction, it will include your methodology, it will include your research work, it will include your data put in tabular format, it will include your graphs, conclusion, everything comes in a description. Okay, so description should reflect that your invention is inventive, industrially applicable, and patentable under Indian patent law. Description must describe the invention comprehensively. So what I told is that in this section, you are writing in detail about your invention, like we are writing in a research paper. Okay, so description part is actually the main technical part of your patent file. It should fully explain the problem to be solved with example. Okay, so in patent, you are claiming that you have developed something. So how you have developed something and how your technology problem solving, that you must explain in this section. Okay, so content of the description should be what your description should include. This is like a research paper. It should include title, abstract or field of invention, background of invention and prior art, object of invention, statement of invention, detailed description of invention, claims, and abstract. Okay, so all these things should be included in content of the description. So here I am going to show how each thing can be done. So when you have to write down the title, how the title should be. It should be contain minimum most of 15 words. Your title should not be more than 15 words. Okay, so there are some title you can read that are the example of a patent. So this example clearly shows that the title is not more than 15 words. Okay. There is no limit the minimum words. In the third title you can read that only 3-word title, fuel injection device. Okay, but title should not be more than 15 words. Okay. Then abstract or field of invention. How you should write the abstract? Abstract is more detailed than title. Advantages of invention to reflect the area of application and preferable use of your invention. Okay, so in abstract there will be the information about what are the advantage of your invention, and it will reflect the areas of application where your invention can be used. It should be concise and clear, and it should be begin with general statement. For example, this invention relate to. So everything when you are writing in the abstract, it should be start with this sentence: the invention or this invention relate to. Here are some example which shown for the example of field of invention. So the invention relate to preparation of nanocrystal of poorly water soluble drug to increase their solubility and dissolution rate and thereby bioavailability. It specifically relate to the preparation of statin nanocrystals. More particularly, it relates to the process for preparation lavastatin nanocrystal by precipitation method and its formulation. So this abstract is more descriptive than title. It includes that what is my invention is, where is my invention is applicable. So you should write down the abstract in such a manner that it should describe where your invention is applicable and what is your invention. So this is the example of how to write the field of invention. Then background of invention means what you are writing like a introduction part in your research paper. Same thing you have to write here as a background of the invention. It include technical background of the invention, what others have done in the field, what problem have not been solved. So in the background section, you have to clearly discuss about what the invention is already done related to your invention and what are the problems in that invention which are not solved by the other inventor but you have solved in this your invention. Okay, so it should clearly speak about the other invention and the problems of other invention and how you have solved your invention. Object of the invention. So in the object of the invention, you have to write down the purpose of your invention. So this object what your invention. So you have to write down what is the purpose of invention. Object of invention should clearly reflect the advantages of invention. It should describe the solution of existing problems associated with the existing field. Okay. So the invention should be described in separate sentence. Example is given. The principal object of this invention is dash dash dash. So another object of this invention is like this. So I'm going to show you the example how you should write down the object of the invention. Okay, so this is the object of the invention. The primary object of the present invention is the development of easy process for preparation of nanocrystal of poorly soluble drug to increase the solubility and dissolution rate and thereby bioavailability. So this is one of the object of my invention. The another object of the present invention is to develop and improve process. Likewise, you have to write down your object. So the object should be separately written and it should be start with the sentence like this. The primary object of the invention is, the another object of the invention is, the further object of this invention. In this manner, you have to write the separate sentence in your section known as a object of the invention. Okay, then comes a statement of the invention. In this section, the statement of invention describe the exact novel feature of the invention. Okay, it should clearly reflect the inventive feature of the invention over the existing one. So in this section, you have to explain the highlight of your invention. You have to explain what is your invention, how it is useful, how it is novel. So the novel feature of your invention should be described in the statement of the invention. Okay, here is some example how you should explain the statement of the invention. Okay, the invention is a process for the preparation of nanocrystal of poorly water soluble drug to increase the solubility and dissolution rate and thereby bioavailability. The process mainly comprise the steps: preparation of drug solution, addition of drug solution to water, removal of solvent, centrifugation, and solidification of supernatant to obtain the nanocrystal. So here in this statement of the invention, I have to write each and everything which explaining the novel feature of the invention. Okay, so I have explained here that my invention is related to the preparation of nanocrystals, etc. So this manner you have to write down the statement of invention. Then detailed description of the invention. In this section, invention is described in more detail. It should reflect the complete picture of the invention. So in this section, you have to include your method, process, your characterization data or your experimental data, table, graphs, diagrams. All this will come in this section known as a detailed description of the invention. Okay. Then here comes the claims. The claims is very important part of this patent application, which is known as a essence of a patent. Means your patent means your claim, and your claims means your patent. That you can say. What is claim in your patent application? That is only your right in patent which you have given to you. Okay. We will discuss in detail. It is a essence of patent. The claim defines the invention which the inventor holds as his exclusive property. Means what? What we are saying that IPR and patent are our property. Actually, what you have claimed in your patent application, that is only your property. Means you have done a very nice invention, but if you are not claimed in patent application about that invention, then actually you are not the owner of that particular claim. I will discuss in detail this point. It provide a right to exclude other from making, using and selling of the product technology. The claim specify the scope of ownership in a piece of property, that is intellectual property. All points should be considered while writing patent claims. Each claim should be clearly worded. For example, if word like thin, strong is not allowed. Okay, so your claim should be very clear. It should not be used word like this, thin, strong, which are unclear. Each claim should be precise and write it without any unnecessary repetition. Right are given to claim only, not for any matter described in the complete specification. Okay, now I will discuss this point in detail. See, you are writing a patent and you are seeking the patent grant. The patent is a monopoly right given to an inventor, but if you are forget to mention an important thing in your claim, then you cannot get the right for that particular claim. Now just I am discussing one example. Okay, I am preparing one drug. Okay, I that for that drug I am using some catalyst. Okay, and by using that catalyst I am making my drug. And then I am writing the technical details. I am writing the patent file, and in the claim I am not claiming. Suppose I am not claiming that I prepare this drug using this catalyst. Okay, so if I unable or if I forget to claim about a particular catalyst which is used in the preparation of that drug, then you cannot get a patent for that particular catalyst. If someone who is working in the same area, he file a patent using the same catalyst, and if he claim that this drug is prepared by using this catalyst, then patent is actually granted to that particular person, because in your patent application there is no your claim about the particular catalyst for preparation of that particular drug. You are writing in a description or you are writing in your method that I have used this catalyst for preparation of this drug. But in your claim, you are not writing that I claim that this catalyst is used to prepare the drug. Then actually you are unclaim about that catalyst. Okay, so writing in a description should be reflect in your claim. Whatever right given to you is according to your claim, not according to your description. Okay, so you have to write down the claim very carefully. Claim define the boundaries of legal protection. So this is what we have explaining, that if you are not writing claim properly, then you are actually unclaim about that particular invention. Okay, so just now what I have discussed about the preparation of particular drug by using particular catalyst, you are writing in your method that I have used this catalyst for preparation of this drug, and in your claim if you are not mentioning that I claim this catalyst for the synthesis of this drug, then you are actually not claiming that this catalyst is your. Okay, so basically you are not getting the right for the particular catalyst for in that particular synthesis. Your claim should be supported by the description. Means whatever you are writing in a claim, that should be supported by your description. Means what? Again the same thing. Suppose you are claiming particular catalyst you are using in a claim section, but if it is not described in a description, then that is again a wrong thing. Okay, means what? Whatever you have written in a description, you have to write down the same thing in a claim. Suppose in description you are writing a particular catalyst used for the synthesis, and in claim you are writing another catalyst used for the synthesis, then actually that is a wrong thing, because you are writing the different thing in description and claim, so that should not be followed. Not claim is disclaim. This is what I explained, that if you are not claim anything which you have described in your description section, then that is also treated as a disclaim. Means you are not claiming the particular thing. Start in a fresh page. So when you're writing the claim, you have to start on a fresh page. Each claim write in a single sentence. Okay, I will show you the example how to write the claims. Each claim will evaluate on its own merit, and therefore if one of the claim is objected, it does not mean that the rest of the claims are valid. Means what? Each claim, suppose you are writing the 10 claims for your invention, then each claim is evaluated separately. So examiner may accept out of 10 8 claims, and it may reject your 2 claims. So it means that only the 2 claims are rejected, not the whole patent application. So you can get the claim on the 8 claims which we have discussed. Okay, so the claims are evaluated individually. So the description of the invention in a complete specification to be followed by the statement of claim. Now, how the claim should be right? Okay, claim should be right exactly what I have shown here. I or we claim. Okay, so if there are more than one applicant, we can start with the we claim. If there is a single applicant, we can start with the I claim. Okay, I have given here few example of claim, how the claim should be written. We claim what? In a separate point, the 1.3 component process for preparing 3-pyrazoyl substituted 3-hydroxyoxyinol derivative. So this is the claim about the synthesis of this particular drug molecule. Okay, so this drug molecule which is synthesized, how it is synthesized, that is described in detail in this claim. So this description is already present in my description section. Okay, so you can claim only the same thing which is present in your description. In your description, what you are using for a preparation of particular material, the same thing you have to claim in the claim section. Okay, so this can be the example of how you can make your claim, and each claim is just separately evaluated. Okay, so there is another example how we can write down the claim. It is given the process for preparation of nanocrystal of poorly water soluble drug to increase the solubility and dissolution rate and thereby bioavailability. Herein state process comprise. So these 3 points. So it is clearly given the 3 points which is related to my invention which I want to take a claim. So all these things must be described in the description section. So when you're writing the claim, your claim should be in good accordance with your description section. Okay, there are a few more examples of the claims. Now here I am going to show how to avoid the formats of the claim. So how you should not write down the claims. Okay, our claim should not be written in following manners. So I will discuss here. I claim that a machine described above is a quite new and has never seen or before used. I claim this device is better and more effectual than anything. Now see how these two claims are unclear, that we are going to discuss. Okay, so when you are writing the claim, you should not write in this format. Means what? Quite new, or you should not write down that I claim this device is better and more effectual than anything known. Okay, so these are some factual, not realistic thing. Your claim should be realistic. Here I am going to show how your claim can be unclear. It's just I have written the example. Now I am going to read this example and how this claim is unclear, that we are going to discuss. And you should avoid writing this type of claims. A structure comprising a semiconductor substrate made of silicon, said structure further characterized by comprising a near amorphous film comprising ZO2. Now see, if this is my claim, then this claim is not going to be accepted because this claim is unclear. So what is unclear here? The word near amorphous is vague. Means what? You should clearly describe about the material, whether it is amorphous or crystalline. The near amorphous is not an acceptable word. So you should not write this type of word in your claim. Second example is shown here. Diesel engine comprising an engine block and cylinder head made up of aluminum titanium alloy having a melting point between 1000 Kelvin and 1100 Kelvin. Now this claim, what is wrong? Here it is not clearly mentioned which one is made up of aluminum, engine block or cylinder head. If you read the sentence again, you will come to know what is problem in this claim. Diesel engine comprising an engine block and cylinder head made up of aluminum titanium alloy. So here it is not clear that what is made up of aluminum, whether engine block or cylinder head. So this type of claim is going to be rejected. Another example is a how there is a two different thing which is mentioned in description and claim. Okay, you are mentioning something in description and you are writing something in a claim, then that claim going to be rejected. See, this is the example. This is the description which you have written. The problem underlying the invention consists in providing a winter tire with an improved grip. The grip is improved by an R-shaped profile when it is impressed into a rubber mixture including 55% of the substance S. This is what you have written in your description. Okay, or some more detailed description. And what he is claiming, a winter tire made up of rubber mixture that include 55% of the substance S. Now see, he has not written the claim as per his description. Okay, he has missed the important part in the claim. What is that important form? The invention claim is inconsistent with the description as the R-shaped profile, which is important aspect of the invention, is omitted. See, in the description he has he has described about the R-shaped profile, which is an important part of his invention, but the same is not reflected in his claim. In the claim, he has not mentioned about the R shape. Okay, so this can be the inconsistency with the description and claim. So this type of claim going to be rejected. Okay, then the fourth example, optical filter comprising a multi-layer dielectric film having strong absorption in the wavelength between 500 and 580 nanometer. So what is wrong in this claim? The word strong is not clear. Means what? Here the material which is giving a strong absorption should be not clear. It should be give the clear wavelength about the particular material. Okay, so the word strong is not clear. The example 5 about how the claim and there will be inconsistency between description and claim. In the description, compound C is obtained by reacting a mixture of a compound A and B for at least 10 minutes at 100 degrees centigrade. It is important that the component A and B are reacted for this minimum amount of time, otherwise the reaction will be incomplete. Okay, so this is what described in description. And how claim is formed. The process for description of a compound is characterized by reacting a mixture of A and B for 5 to 15 minutes at 100 degrees centigrade. Now see what is, there is an inconsistency. The claim is not consistent with the description. In the process, duration is 5 to 10 minutes instead of minimum 10 minutes. See, in the description, you have written 10 minutes, minimum 10 minutes. And in the claim, you are claiming that for 5 to 15 minutes. So there is a inconsistency with your description and claim. So that claim going to be rejected. So you should not write down this type of claim. Your claim should be consistent with the information given in description section. Then last part come is the abstract. So an abstract should be drafted in such a manner to make a reflect the technical field of the invention with existing technical problem and the solution to overcome such a problem. Okay, everyone is writing abstract for the research paper. In the same manner, you have to write down the abstract, but here there is a word limit of 150. In the 150 word only, you have to write down the abstract, and the abstract which we are writing should describe the technical details of your invention and what was the existing problem which we have overcome. Okay, so this is the summary of form 2. If you remember at the beginning, we begin the session of this important technical details with the 4 forms. Okay, form number 1, form number 3, form number 5, and form number 2. So now in the form number 1 is the application form, form number 2 is the description form. So in the form number 2, which is the 4th form, we are ended this form number 2. So you have to write down all this detail in form number 2, then only your form number 2 will be complete. So we have completed the description of each of this title, abstract, background of the invention, on prior art, object of the invention, statement of the invention, detailed description of the invention, how to write the claim, how to write the abstract. Okay, so this will be complete your form number 2, and this will be complete of your summary of minimum form required for filing the patent. Okay, so we have described all these forms. So these are the important technical details which you require the minimum form for filing the patent. Form number 1 is the application form, which is a single form. Form number 3 is the undertaking statement and undertaking form. On this, you have to just make your sign and make your name. Form number 5, the declaration form. Again, in this, you have to write down few details like inventor name, applicant name, and your sign will be there. And form number 2 is actually a complete description of your patent application. So it is like writing a research patent, which will research paper, which will include all the details about your invention. So all these 4 forms you have to fill. You have to type in a Word format. You have to take a print. You have to take a signature at particular places, and you have to arrange the form in this manner: form number 1, form number 3, form number 5, form number 2, and you have to submit to the regional patent office. Okay, so all this information and all the forms will be available on this websites of this ipindia.nic.in. All the presentation which I have prepared, the all information is available on this website of IP India. So you can go through this IP India website. There are different forms which are available on website, which is required for filing the patent file. But these 4 are the must form. With the 4 form, you can file a patent in your name. You can go to the patent office. You can register your patent using these 4 forms. And I have described each form in detail, how to fill the form, how to fill the particular detail of each of these forms. So when you prepare this 4 form, your patent file will be ready. And writing patent is far easy than writing a research paper. Okay, so once you experience it, you can fill it. So with this, I would like to acknowledge my principal. I would like to acknowledge my head of the department, Dr. B.R. Patil, my wife, Upashri Kadu, and morely I would like to thank to principal of Mahatma Naik Degree College of Arts and Commerce and Kokon Gyanpith Uran College of Commerce and Arts. I would especially like to thank to organizer, especially my friend Parag sir, Shukla sir, and I would like to stop at this stage, and session is open for question answer. Parag sir.
Parag sir, are you there?
Participants. Hello.
Hello,
Yes.
Parag sir. Yes, sir. Now we can see you.
मैंने हाँ बोला टाइम लगता है
Hello, Parag sir.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
I think
Hello.
Pramod sir, I can hear you.
Hear you, Parag sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, say.
Madam, आवाज येतोय ना?
Ah, yes, sir. You're audible now. Parag
Yes,
sir,
yes.
come on, join the.
Any question from the participant side, please? I think.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I have one question. That
Yes.
is, as you mentioned in form number first, there is an applicant and inventor. If suppose we are two colleagues are done particular work and we want to patent that, so what we mentioned there means. Hello.
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 Other participant, please mute your sound, please.
Hello.
Sir, continue, sir. Okay.
Sir. So who is applicant and who is inventor? If suppose we are both, we are colleague done that work. So what we mentioned there, who is
Applicants can be
applicant?
more than one. Hello, sir.
Sir.
Applicant can be more than one. Inventor can be more than one. Okay, so there is no problem. Okay.
Acha means both
Yes,
name we are mentioned there in applicant also in inventor also.
Yes, no problem. You can mention.
Acha means weightage is same.
Thing is that suppose if you are doing research in research institute and you are getting some funding from suppose university. Okay, so basically that university will be act as an applicant actually, or a particular research institute who is funding you. Okay, and you all will become inventor. In case of a research student and guide, particularly guide become an applicant and research student become inventors. So it depends on the institutional policy. Whether a institute would like to apply from their side, then that can be a applicant, like University of Mumbai or a CSR lab. It can be an applicant because if they are giving you funding, they can claim their applicantship. Okay, so it is not important that applicant is one or two. There can be more applicant, but it is depend on the institutional policy. Whether the inventor can be applicant or the institute can be applicant.
Sir, what about weightage? Applicant and inventor. If suppose when we think about the weightage.
Definitely the weightage is actually the negotiable thing. It is not a fix. Okay, because when a particular industry is interested in your research. Okay, particular industry is ready to take your research by funding, then that is not a fixed amount. So it will be decided by the applicant that how much share will go to the applicant, share will go to the inventor.
So actually, sir, I have not cleared that. When we think about the weightage of particular that patent, so if suppose whether applicant is more or inventor is more, when we think about that particular.
No, weightage mean in terms of financial status you are telling. Financial share. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
You're audible.
See, applicant is actually only the way to file an applicant. Applicant can be any legal agency. It can be a patent agent. Okay, inventor is the main, what we can say, main owner of this patent or main owner of the invention. Applicant is just a way to file a patent. So the applicant can be any particular patent agent. It can be a particular patent assignee. It can be a particular patent office. Okay, so basically the inventor who is the main owner of this particular invention.
Hello.
I think I hope you is now clear about this.
Yes.
Okay.
Any more question?
Yes, sir.
Any more question from anybody else?
Dr. Lata Krishnan.
Yeah,
Hello.
ma'am.
I
ma'am.
wanted to ask a question. Sir, I just wanted to ask sir about this, the basmati story.
Okay.
And also about turmeric and neem. So it's a
Okay,
pity that the rice tech,
Yes,
yes, sir.
Okay,
If you could tell us,
yes, sir,
we've made, yes, sir, please.
I will definitely tell. Actually, I have omitted all this part because people are talking only about this thing and important technical details about the patents are remain as it is. So I
Yes.
especially focus on this my technical detail and I omitted this part.
We thank you, sir. This was very informative and it is like writing a research paper.
Yes.
Thank you so much for enlightening us.
I will tell you first. Start with the turmeric story. So
Yes, sir.
what happened in nearly 1995? Okay, our CSR director was Adanya Padma Bhushan Mashelkar sir. Okay, so he was a CSR director at that time. He come to know at that time that the US is going to file a patent on a turmeric. Actually, US is going to file a patent, but the researchers who are filing the patent were Indian. Okay, they were from the Kolkata. They were doing research there, and they are filing the patent in names of US patent. So when they file the patent, when the hearing come in court, the Mashelkar sir have objected it that you cannot file the patent because the antiseptic properties of the turmeric was described in the patent. Okay, so their focus was the application of the turmeric powder as a antiseptic properties, and the sir has come to the court and he stayed there for nearly 2 months. Okay, and he provided all the document to the court that all this is a traditional knowledge which is present in India since 5,000 years. So he has shown all our traditional literature work to the court, and as per the patent law, traditional knowledge cannot be patented. The court have rejected their application on this ground. Okay, so in the 2 year back, 1997, the patent application was rejected, and the patent is protected in India. And India have taken lesson from this turmeric story. Okay, in the same year, sir has told all scientists from the CSIR throughout the country to collect the information related to the traditional knowledge, and then he decided to develop a particular website which is known as a traditional knowledge library. Okay, so there is a now particular website known as the traditional knowledge library. In that there are more than 400 particular species which is known in a traditional knowledge are protected now. Okay, but somehow we lost the neem. Now we don't have patent of neem. Okay, neem patent is not with the India because we are unable to produce the particular traditional knowledge document. Before we come to know, the patent was already granted. Okay, so this way there are many things which are already, many people were tried to file a patent on our traditional knowledge, but now it is very much protected, and the efforts are due to the Mashelkar sir. He has taken a large work in this area, and as being director of the CSR, he has worked on this area, and now our most of the traditional knowledge are protected.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. I think
I think we finish in time.
yeah, no problem. Shall we wind up, madam? Shall
I
I?
have one small question only, sir. I
Yes,
think
madam.
Yes,
Please.
madam. Please.
Slide, you mentioned about items which are not patentable, which are protected by copyright.
Yes.
What all comes under that? Can you just give a brief list?
Copyright means just like when you see the movie, each movie is copyrighted. The copyright means you are getting the exclusive right when you write it. Okay, at the same time. So anybody can use it with your permission. Okay, nobody can use it without your permission. The second thing is that for taking a copyright, you have to just go to the copyright office, and whatever is your invention or what is your creation, that just have to be registered itself. Okay, so it once it is registered means you are a copyright owner of that particular material. Just registry is important.
Okay, so it is a creative work which has to be just registered.
Yes, it is creative work, can be poem, can be story, can be music, anything which is come in existence, and it can be immediately protected. Just today you write one story and you think that this is a new story, you can go tomorrow to the copyright office, you can register it. Now that story is your story. If similar picture comes in after a few years on the same story, you can claim that this is my story, I have written on this date, so I am a copyright owner of this story.
Yes, thank you. Clear.
Good. Anyone else? I think, madam, we are now in a line of winding up. I request to hello, Indulka sir, are you audible? Hello, please mute your hello. Please unmute your mic.
Your audio is
Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Audio. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Now I request to Professor V.S. Indulka sir to propose the vote of thanks. Please, Indulka sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Hello.
Continue.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today's eminent personality, Dr. Pramod Thakur, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Mahatma College, KSC College, Panvel. He has upgraded our knowledge regarding Indian patent system, and it's an important technical details in a very pinpoint presentation. He has elaborated in his presentation number of points regarding how to go technical aspects. The total outline of the presentation, these are as general information about the IPR, criteria of patentability, types of patents, procedure of filing of patents, required forms for filing patents, fees for filing patents, patents, prosecution and timeline, and important technical details of drafting of Indian patents. Because of your guidance, we are become familiar regarding of the patent technical aspects. Thanks a lot for your motivational presentation to create spirit in our teaching faculties and students. Thank you, Dr. Pramod Thakur.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Our success of any institution because of your management supports. They are setting of vision, mission, objectives of the institution. They are thinkers, strategists, philosophers, policymakers, budgeters, motivators, implementers, and controllers. So, sincerely thank you very much, both of management of the college, Mahatma Knight Degree College of Commerce and Arts, Chembur, and Konkan Gyanpith Udant College of Commerce and Udant Raigad. I am speaking about Principal Dr. Padma Ma'am. Our center of these 6 days of webinar, I take the name of Principal Dr. Padma Ma'am, who is a good leader, who cares other leaders and motivate them. I take the name very respectfully Dr. Padma Rangaram Madam, who is the principal of Mahatma Knight Degree College of Arts and Commerce, Chembur. The last 6 days is good commanding on the national webinar with smiling and graceful face. She has 100% attendance physically, mentally, and emotionally. For this, your the contribution, I am speechless now. Thanks for this pop-up to our Konkan Gyanpith, our Udant College of Commerce and Arts, Udant Raigad. We are expecting from the continuous association with your institution or future program also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
We are very small friends of our college, but our determination of work and effort is very important. I take the name of our college principal, K. Sharma. They are very continuously pushing our idea, motivate and support time to time. Thank you so much on behalf of teaching, non-teaching staff, Konkan Jnanpith, Uran College of Commerce and Arts. Thanks a lot, sir. Principal K. Sharma. I am speaking about Dr. Eknath Jharekar. Please, sir, Eknath Jharekar. Who is the IPC coordinator of Mahatma Naik Degree College of Arts and Commerce. I am very impressed from the first day of webinar till today. That is Dr. Eknath Jharekar, sir. These are the faculty development programs. Online webinar is possible because of your ability handling technical things with your team. There are so many things which are tackling smoothly, patiently by Dr. Eknath Jharekar, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for this contribution of work. The God bless you. I'm taking the name of Dr. Parag Karulkar, who is the IPC coordinator of our Konkan Jnanpith Uran College of Commerce and Arts, Uran Raigad. He has given fully contribution to success for this webinar. We are finding out eminent resource person for this webinar. That is a 2P. The 1P is Pramod Patil, Nanded, which is a session done on role community in disaster management, special reference to COVID-19. And another P, second P, today's resource person, Dr. Pramod Thakur, ASC College, Panvel, who expressed view on patent technical aspects. Thanks, sir. Once again, thank you so much, Dr. Karulkar. The success of the webinar not is single person, but it is a teamwork. One of the name, Dr. Ania Ma'am, Assistant Professor Convener of the webinar. Thank you so much. Your sincere efforts and help in mind. I keep in mind Mahatma Naik Degree College, Commerce and Arts. I am thankful to HOD of different subjects of 2 colleges, teachers, non-teaching staff and technicians. But most important, that is our participants. Different colleges principal.
Hello.
Different colleges principals, teachers and students. Thank you so much to success of the webinar by keeping patients listening. And Sheikh Amnat ma'am, our college ex-students and at now teaching faculty member. Thank you so much for especially to prepare slide, banner of the webinar. And hand over the mic to Dr. Eknath Jharekar. Sorry, Dr. Parag Karulkar, sir.
No, sir. No, Eknath will announce certain
I want to give some instruction to the participant. By today evening, we will send the feedback form, and I request all the participants to fill that feedback form. That will be very useful, and it will be a contribution for our to make the changes, or we will what we can say, we will try to do better way in future.
Yeah. This was our first time. It was our first time. Yeah.
And I again, on behalf of Mahatma Naik Degree College and Uran Jnanpith College, I thanks all the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Parag sir, over to you.
Yes, sir. I am also thankful to all the team of Mahatma Degree College, because by considering our small college, you have taken us to organize this program jointly. Really, I am thankful on behalf of our management principal. Okay.
Parag sir.
Yes.
So here I take opportunity to thank to you specially.
No.
You have given me the opportunity to work as a resource person for this webinar. So I am thankful to you.
Okay.
Again, I am thankful to Principal Madam Dr. Rama Rangan. Then I am thankful to Jendulkar sir, then Eknath Jharekar sir, all your team. Now we were unaware about each other, but now we are become friends, we can say, with this COVID situation, and we can know each other, and for a future activity we can collaborate with each other, and we can do more such activity in future also. So I thankful to all the organizer for nice organization and giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge. I can say a few knowledge. I don't have much knowledge in this field, but whatever I was having, I shared with the participants, and I hope you have gained some information from the today's lecture. Then this will be fruitful from my side. So I thankful to all of you organizers, principal madam, Parag sir, Eknath sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
very much, sir.
Now, shall we wind up now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Last one line I would like to add with
Yes.
Pramod Thakur sir. Sir, your observations are very correct. Now we have become a very large team from
Yes.
two small teams with the
Yes.
enrichment and our team of all our resource persons who are there with us. And with this
Yes.
collaborative learning, we will definitely move to higher levels now.
Yes.
The next webinar we will be organizing, definitely we'll be raising the bar. And again, I wish my sincere thanks to all the members. All each and every member in this team is very important, without whose presence and contribution we would have not seen the end of today's webinar, the light of this day. At the end, of course, I thank the Almighty for His blessings, for guiding us on each day, because I think without that providential blessing, nothing can happen. I wish you all safe. Stay at home, and please continue to be updated. And we will be there to join you again. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
On
Thank you
behalf
very
of
much.
Mahatma Knight Degree College, we sign off at the end of this 6-day session of the national level webinar.